Hello and welcome to Challenger Virtual Season 6, Round 3, the Monaco C-Prix. As pre-qualifying's underway, let's take a look at the upgrades ahead of this round. We've got some important news here because Matessa are no longer the only team with the top speed on the grid, as Audi Sport Virtual and Russell British Racing both succeed their level 4 speed upgrade. Now there are 3 teams with the joint highest speed, which will be very important to keep in mind for the future. We got also a speed and excel upgrade for HRT, which brings them up to par with the rest of the grid to some extent. They're pretty good in midfield. That grip upgrade for Dan and Flo ties them with Matessa, and a grip upgrade for NASA Luna Racing puts them just 0.1 behind HRT. So yeah, not much of note in the upgrades other than that big speed revelation. Audi Sport Virtual, as always, just crazily ahead of everyone else in terms of the car performance index. And they've won both of the races so far, just barely triumphing over Matessa, but it's a win nonetheless. Priya had the victory in Adelaide, and Iceberg had the victory in Jeddah. Can they continue that streak? They've got the car on paper to do so. It's just all about strategy now. Alright, pre-qualifying's over. Let's get into the qualifying. 3 minutes. And no rain, no tire wear, no collisions, just pace-based warfare. Here we go, and before our drivers finish their first lap, which is usually not representative, let's take a look at the token spend, because we're going to have a fun and wacky race here today, folks. Only 7 drivers spending tokens in Monaco. What? Only 7 drivers. We've got 3 of them spending free tokens. We got Priya spending free tokens for Audi Sport Virtual, as well as Gwetzley Boy and Mr. 06 both spending free tokens for this honorary French C-Prix. It's Monaco, but it's close to France, I guess. So both HRT drivers spending free tokens in the team's sort of home race. Then we've got 2 tokens being spent by G4 Let 4 and Stefano, and 1 token being spent by Ricky Boy 12 and Pumpkin. So yeah, we've got just 7 drivers spending tokens, and only 4 teams having token spenders here today. We'll have to see what the tokenless results look like. G4 is on provisional pole after the 2nd lap. Priya on the throw, Iceberg in 3rd tokenless, Skip in 7th tokenless, Fast Juicer 8th tokenless, Barlord 10th tokenless. Oh boy, Ricky Boy 12 still somehow outside the top 10 spending tokens, but there's only 7 token spenders. Let's see if that improves for the 2nd lap. Priya goes on provisional pole, Iceberg goes up to the front row. That all these sports are just going to absolutely dominate, looks like, thanks to that speed upgrade. And looks like RBR and Montesa are doing quite well with the speed upgrade as well, but not anywhere as well as Audi Sport are doing thanks to it. Juan with the 6th fastest time now. He's also tokenless. NASA Luna moving up in the world clearly. And the same can be said of Fabio, and it's now Iceberg who looks to set a tokenless provisional pole. He's Priya spending 3 tokens, he is spending none. He is outmatching Priya in qualifying right now. What is happening? Fast Juicer up to 6th. Barlord's down in 15th. Priyak doesn't improve. Not much improvement at all that lap. This might be the final lap we get, or we might be able to get one more. I see some movement further down the grid. Looks like Kader has dropped to 13th because Fabio has gone up to 11th and Ricky Boy 12 up to 10th, so he is in the top 10 spending that singular token. Pumpkin is not. And now Priya across the line. This looks like an improvement. This looks like there'll be an extra lap of qualifying, and there will be. It wasn't, however, an improvement. I was wrong on that count. Mr. 06 improves up to 4th. Stefano improves up to 7th. Here we got the final lap. Will we have... Is this the second ever tokenless pole? I'm not sure, because the first one... No, wait, that was tokenless win, I think, that we're thinking of. In any case, Priya doesn't improve. It will be G4, Let 4. With his return to Challengers Virtual this season, he beats both Audi Sports to start on pole position. What a lap from G4. What a lap. Let's take a look at the entire qualifying results now. Well, what a qualifying we have had. The race may still bring everything back to logic, to facts, but let's put up the tokens and upgrades here to make sense of this. G4 Let 4 starts on pole position. What a lap, 3/10 faster as well, spending one less token than Priya. And then a much worse off car. Amazing stuff from G4 Let 4. To start from pole position here, Iceberg on the front row, spending no tokens. Priya starts from 3rd, spending 3. Mr. 06 and Gwetsley Boy lock out 4th and 5th, they're spending 3 each. Fast Juicer, second highest tokenless result, he's gonna start from 6th. Stefano spending 2 will start from 7th. 1 spending none starts from 8th. Skip spending none starts from 9th. Ricky Boy 12 spending 1 token will start from 10th position. Fabio spending none will start from 11th. Those Nasalunas looking pretty good. Pumpkin spending 1 will start from 12th. Catter none 13th. Masca none 14th. Butterlord none 15th. Craft Joe Charge GT 16th 17th, no tokens from them. Nandi, R&D, Andrian and Julo 18th 19th and 20th, no tokens there. Only 7 token spenders here today, and yet we've got a tokenless driver on the front row. Let's see what will happen. Will Priya win the Monaco C-Prix, or will it be one of those wild cards all around her? Here, let's find out. Here we go. We're on our way. G4 starting on the softs. Good idea. So are both the Audi Sports. But the HRT's going for hards. Fast Juicer going for mediums. He loves starting on those mediums. He did so too in Jeddah. Stefano, however, on the softs gets past him relatively quickly. We see Barlord down there. Fabio's gone for the ground. We see Barlord make up a few positions. He up into 12, but Fabio's past him again. What's happening here? Iceberg dropping like a brick despite being on those softs. He's already down to 6th position behind Stefano. We got Priya out in the lead of the race. G4 behind her. Stefano, the fastest lap. Look at him, he's passed both the HRTs. He's up at the 3rd position. Iceberg fighting back for these positions. Juan holding 7th in the skip. Fast Juicer has dropped down to 10th position. Pumpkin's up into 9th from 12th. Butterlord up into 12th from, I believe, 13th or 14th. But Priya is in the lead of the race. G4, only one close to her. And that is how the first 2 laps of the Monaco C-Prix have shaken out. Oh my god, G4, 28.78. What a fast lap from him. And once again, just like in qualifying, he holds the fastest lap right now. But he's still got Priya ahead, who's running away very quickly. Stefano behind, Gwetsley Boy holding on those hards. HRT's having a very interesting strategy. If they can just keep up on those hard tires, they could profit big. Iceberg, however, has gone right back past one of them. Pumpkin, great start from the downhill flow. Stefano is up into 2nd now. He's gotten past G4, and Pumpkin is up into 7th from 12. Great stuff from them. And then we've got some tokenless fighters here. We've got Skip, we got Juan, we got the 2 Matessas in 10th and 11th. We got Kraft all the way up to 12th. Then we got Fabio Masca Bravas, Ricky Boy 12. He's spending 1 token. He's down in 15th. Started on the hards. Now we're here. And both HRTs are now past Iceberg. Now they're looking to get past G4 if they can manage it. G4 already struggling on those soft tires. Gladsley Boy and Mr. 06 there fighting a bit amongst each other. Gladsley Boy gets through into 4th position. Looks like Juan and Skip are fighting there, and Skip hits the wall, slows down Fast Juicer behind as well. Pria's still in the lead, but Stefano is not letting that gap get too much bigger. It's always in that 1.5 second gap. But maybe now is the time for Priya to run away. G4 catching Stefano. Looks like Stefano's going a bit slow. Gletsley and Mr. Sir can't close down G4. Iceberg is losing them. Pumpkin is gaining on them. Juan, Fast Juicer is up into 9th. Skip has lost them. Butterlord behind in 11th. However, they gotta watch out for Crap. He's on those hard tires. He can profit a lot if he can just stay with them. Fast Juicer now overtaken by Skip as they get through this hairpin section. Those gaps are crazy close. Pumpkin tries a move on the outside. Iceberg is into the pits. So is G4 let 4. He's onto another set of softs. Iceberg's onto mediums. Skip is also in those pits. He's going onto a set of hard tires. Butterlord has gotten past Fast Juicer now. He's trying to... Oh, that was a bit of a misjudgment there. Kraft now forcing himself through, gets past Fast Juicer at least. Bartlord doesn't let him, gets past him as well. Priya's into the pits onto another set of softs. So is Stefano, he's onto a set of mediums. It's a 1-2 running from HRT right now, but the weather is incredibly sunny. I don't see them profiting off the rain, at least not at this part of the race, but it is complete pandemonium this race. The crazy close gaps we've got here and there are just making it very enjoyable to watch as Juan on worn hards tries to get past Stefano, who's on fresh mediums, fails to do so there. Running in 6th currently. Priya's already very close to Mr. 06, having pitted once, Mr. 06 none. Stefano fighting G4, gets past him for 4th position. One has dropped off the back of both of them. Iceberg down into 8th now. Butterlord has pitted, so has Fast Juicer. And they've both emerged behind. Skip, Kraft and Ricky Boy 12 on those hards still haven't pitted. Neither has Gwetzley Boy, who's now been overtaken by Priya. Despite trying that hard strat, it's not enough to get ahead and stay ahead of Priya, who's on another fresh set of softs. Probably quite smart move to pet onto another set of softs in order to catch up to those now worn hard runners. And Priya's back in the lead of the race, and she's tied the fastest lap that G4 set near the start at 28.78. But it will be going to G4. The point will be going if nobody improves on the 28.78, and we're still early days here in this race. That may well yet still happen. Okay, it's Priya's runaway here. It's not going to be an improvement. Gledsley Boy 2nd, still hasn't pitted. Mr. 06 pits after 12 laps, and he's gone on to the soft tires. Kraft still hasn't pitted. We got someone pit. No, that was Mr. 06 exiting Kraft, and Gwetzley Boy still haven't pitted. Ricky Boy 12 now pitting. He's pitted onto a set of medium tires. Gwetzley Boy now, and he's into the pits. Stefano inherits 2nd. G4 inherits the final podium position, but he'll have to pit soon himself. Gwetzley Boy's down another self hard tires. It is. He exits out in 4th. Mr. 06 with the undercut did not work out. He's stuck behind Pumpkin here. Then we have Iceberg in 7th. Juan in 8th. Barlord in 9th. Then we have Skip fighting Fast Juicer for that final points position. Fabio not too far behind them. He's got better tires as well. Fast Juicer can't make a move on Skip. Now he tries for the hairpin. Still unable to. Fabio has now completely closed down on them both. This is very, very tough battle. G4 is into the pits onto a set of medium tires. He exits out in 7th. Oh, it's very hard to fight here through Monaco, but Fabio is now through into 10th position. Pria's into the pits onto a set of hard tires. Stefano inherits the lead. Pria's not managed to pull off a gap enough to be safe, but she has pulled enough of a gap that when she pits, she is very close to overtaking those who haven't yet. Gletsley Boy, Mr. 06 is a 3-4 for them so far. Pumpkin running in 5th. Iceberg running in 7th as G4 overtakes him on those fresh medium tires. 1 in 8th. Barlord now has to face a fight from Fabio as he has pitted for a second time for a fresh set of soft tires, but he quickly flies away from Fabio into 9th position. Iceberg is into the pits for a set of medium tires. Where will this leave him? Will he exit out ahead of Barlord? Yes, he will. Quite easily there, in fact. And he's in 8th again. Juan up into 7th. That's a very good lap time on the hard tires at 28.87. Stefano into the pits onto a set of hard tires. Gletsley Boy on those hards, looking pretty good. Those hards are fairly fresh. Mr. 06 was unable to get past him on the softs, and now he's losing time as the softs wear off. Kraft is now through into 10th position. Fabio's mediums have seen better days. So have Fast Juicer's hards. Ricky Boy 12 and Kraft look like better options for that final point. Perea putting out some unbelievable times on those hard tires at 29.03 this time around. And this is on the hard tires. It's this soft tire base on the hard tires. Juan has pitted. He comes out in 9th. Fabio has pitted. He comes out. He's just pitted now. He comes out in 12th position. Mr. 06 into the pits off of those softs. He's opted for another set of soft tires. Pumpkin has just entered the pits. He's opting for another set of hard tires. That promotes G4 up to 4th position. But Mr. 06 is really close behind him. Priya has finally managed to run away with that incredible hard space. Stefano fighting Gletsley Boy here for 2nd position. Stefano's through into 2nd. Mr. 06 has managed to get past G4 for 4th position. Pumpkin is ahead of Iceberg for 6th. Then we have Barlord running in 8th. Then we have Juan running in 9th. And then we have Kraft running in 10th. Some bigger gaps now, obviously. But Pumpkin, Iceberg, Barlord pretty close together, the three of them. Barlord struggling through that hairpin though. Those soft tires have now worn out pretty much. Or are wearing out. No rain as of yet. Iceberg very close behind Pumpkin. He's on the back of him now. Can he make the move? What about through the hairpin? No, not yet. He's losing Pumpkin now. Clouds coming soon, but no sign of rain. Gletsley Boy once again within a second of Stefano. Really struggling on those more worn out hards though than Stefano's. Will have to pit soon. Barlord is into the pits. He goes onto a fresh set of mediums. Kraft is right behind him now. Oh, and we're going to have heavy rain. Bad news for Barlord. Great news for people like Gletsley Boy that have just stayed out. And G4. It's wet tires. And the rain's gonna go to light rain soon. But everyone's still opting for those wet tires. No risks for enters, looks like. Oh, Mr. 06 managed to get the fastest lap right before the rain at 28.60. Pria's lead is now only 4 seconds. That's crazy. Oh, no, now it's 5.8. 6.5, that must have just been the hairpin AI then. Oh, and clouds coming soon. The rain will wear off quite quickly. Guetsley Boy and third, just about a second and a half behind Stefano. Then we have Mr. 06, then we have G4, then we have Pumpkin, then we have Iceberg, then we have Juan, then we have Butterlord, then we have Kraft, quite close to Butterlord, Fabio, Skep, Wrecky Boy 12, Fast Juicer. All of these top 14 have been involved in the points at one time or another. The bottom 6, not really as much, but Priya has dominantly been leading the race for the majority of its running, and it looks like it'll be a third Audi Sport Virtual victory in a row, but this time it won't seem like a fluke. This time it won't just be a hard fought battle for them to manage to get to that win. This time it's a truly dominant style of victory thanks to that speed upgrade. Now they're looking like the team to beat. They weren't before, and they were still pulling out victories in both races where they were not looking dominant, and now that they're looking dominant, what can stop them from pulling out victories is the question. Oh, Iceberg is into the pits for dry tires. First one to go in. He's gone for a set of soft tires. So has Juan. However, Priya has opted for mediums, but Barlord and Kraft go for softs. Stefano goes for softs. Fabio goes for softs. Guetsley goes for mediums. Mr. 06 goes for mediums. G4 goes for softs. And Pumpkin softs. Not many small gaps here except for Iceberg versus Pumpkin. Pumpkin exits out just ahead of Iceberg here. Who will win on this practical drag race with those softs? Well, not drag race because it's not a straight line, but a pure pace test of the tandem flow against the Audi Sport. Fabio remains in that 2 second, 3 second gap between Kraft, behind Kraft. Is unable to make it double points for NASA Luna at the current moment. And we have Kraft occupying the final points position. Barlord occupying 9th. After he pitted shortly before the heavy rain, he lost out the most on it. Juan is in 8th, Pumpkin in 7th, having been overtaken by Iceberg, who is in 6th, G4 in 5th. After a pole position, Mr. 06 in 4th, Guetsley Boy in 3rd, Stefano in 2nd, and of course Priya currently running in 1st. Not much of note has been happening other than that. Nobody really performing some very great fast laps as of right now. No sub 29s that I can see. Barlord actually is quite close behind Juan. He's been having a good time then. Interestingly enough, he actually lost half a second to Juan in that lap, so he was even closer earlier. See, we still got Pumpkin under a second from Iceberg. Working that down here. Being careful not to hit any walls. Let's compare lap times. Oh, we're gonna have another heavy rain. Yeah, he's gained about 4/10 on him. Barlord, first one to pit. He gets the luckiest this time, as he's into in for wet tires. So is Stefano, so is Guetzli Boy, so is Mr. 06. Pria's gonna have to wait quite a while, and so is Juan. This will be key, though I doubt that Priya will lose enough time for Stefano to catch up on the wets, though. See, will Barlord be able to get ahead of Juan thanks to this heavy rain? Thanks to Juan having to pit later. Oh, Juan comes out ahead still. Good stuff from Juan. Stefano is still just about 4-0. I think that's because of the hairpin again. Let's see now. Yeah, still about 5 seconds behind Priya, despite having to pit her late. It did not affect her too much. 2 more laps to go. Barlord and Juan now. This is the closest battle we're seeing right now. It was crazy close at the start, but now it's everyone's separated. Barlord is through into 8th, ahead of Juan now. Oh, Charge GT joining them. He's a lap down, and Juan is back in front of Barlord. And Barlord now through I think that's the Nouvelle Chicane, gets ahead of Juan again for 8th position. And we've got still Charge GT ahead of both of them. Will he involve himself in this again? I have to see. He looks like he is giving Barlord some trouble here. Fabio remains about 1.5 seconds behind Kraft. He's unable to close it down. Barlord stuck behind Nandi now. Gets past him finally for him. And Priya wins the Monaco C-Prix. Nearly missed that, well, kind of did, but she wins. Stefano second. Guetzli Boy on the podium. Mr. 06 makes it an HRT 3-4. G4 let 4 after pole position. Manages at least 5th position. Iceberg finishes in 6th, tokenless. Just a monument to ASV's newly found dominance. Pumpkin finishes in 7th. Barlord beats out Juan at the very end, or does he? Yeah, it looks like he does. That's the final straight. Barlord finishes in 8th, tokenless. Juan 9th, tokenless. And Fabio does beat out Kraft for the final point and finishes 10th, tokenless. NASA Luna will be celebrating even if it's just 3 points. That is double tokenless points for them. That is massive. They've still not spent tokens, I think, this season. 3 rounds in and they've not spent tokens, and they've scored quite a few points already. But Priya with another victory. 3rd victory in a row for Audi Sport Virtual. How many can they stack that up to? We'll have to wait and see. Next up on the calendar next week is Innsbruck Ring for the Austrian C-Prix. So we'll see you then, I guess. Let's just see the final results here for you. Carlos Forza pointless again. Flying Fox and KRT as well, but they're the joint worst cars on the grid, so it's understandable. Oh, RBR as well. But yeah, Priya with the victory. Stefano with a nice P2. 3-4 for HRT. It was an interesting race, and we'll see you next time for Innsbruck. See you then.